Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. We've got a little off-season war for you today, and we are going up against DSVG, and we are bringing in two rank 4's, which should be a lot of fun. We're going to bring in Nimrod and Dr. Doom. Mostly testing out Nimrod here. Dr. Doom gets one fight against the Hyperion, but starting off here against Colossus, wanted to test out this new node with the regen over time, or whatever it's called. I'd have to scroll back and look at it, I already forget, but essentially they can get a regen, which just feeds Nimrod. Have to just play around unstoppable armor here. I think I do mess it up, yeah, there once, kind of ignored the timer, and there again when his armor converted. But basically just going to throw off our SP1, turn those regens into shocks, very easy to deal with if there's honestly anyone here with regen. And we're going to get our Titan mode special off, and this fight's going to be over. So, really quick, fun fight here with Nimrod. And now we're going on to the second fight. Again, this is a masochism node, but it was changed so that essentially it gives you like a regen buff over time instead of just the normal masochism where they heal it back instantly. So, just another buff to feed Mystic Dispersion here. Doom versus Hyperion, a very standard matchup. I'm gonna go in here. I can't remember if I power start one. I don't think I did. Yeah, nope. Just gonna go in and throw on the stagger as soon as we can. He's gonna be regenning a little bit. Just bait out one special, and now we're kind of in Doom territory. We can nullify and deal with most of what he's got going on. So we're getting up to our special 3. Gonna go in for try to push him to SP2. Don't quite get him there. There I get caught dashing back. It's all good. Doom is an absolute tank. Push him to 2 bars of power and throw off the special. And here he goes up to the Doom tower. And now we've got him kind of in the Doom cycle. There's a lot of buffs here, so I have to play it a little bit carefully coming out of this. Just don't want to lose control of the loop. So I throw this a little bit early. Still get 2 bars of power. Now he's going to come at me. He's going to get his power gain soon, and I don't have stagger on, so there it is. So now I just need to steal as much power as I can, get back to that special 3, and this should pretty much close out the fight. Pretty straightforward. Rank 4 Doom just absolutely nukes everything, so not too challenging. Just a fun, quick little fight against this Hyperion, and then we'll move it on. So next up, I believe, is Bishop on Section 2, Path 8? Yeah. So, not really a placement that makes a ton of sense. I'm going to use Nimrod here. Probably not the ideal matchup. Bishop is one of the mutants that Nimrod struggles a little bit against, but it's going to be okay. We're just going to go in here, try to start turning its prowess off. Obviously we have energy attacks, which feeds him. We're going to be taking damage from his shock, but the goal is to just kill him before it matters, so get into our Titan mode, get our long energize and energy vulnerability up, throw off a big SP2. Again, he has a ton of energy resistance, so it doesn't do too much, but it does plenty. And dex that SP2. Go in, we're back up to another SP2 from Get Richer, just getting tons of power. So, like, imagine this with tech boost. I mean, you just have unlimited special 2s to throw off pretty much. So here comes another one, taking some more damage from Bishop's feedback, but he's down. So, very quick fight. Again, not the perfect matchup, just because of the way Nimrod can kind of feed Bishop there, but it goes just fine. And next we'll be taking this APOC on Feats of Indestructible 2, Kinetic Transference. Again, Nimrod, very good here, can take away the prowess so his specials don't hit very hard at all, has a power drain that can keep kinetic transference in check, and just overall a good matchup. It's not the fastest one in the world, but he's very tanky and gets the job done. So you see here, he's throwing off his specials. I don't really feel like trying to do the full dex here, so I'm just kind of dexing part of them. Here he's going to get the power drain on, so now we have a little bit of a cushion against kinetic transference. I'm just trying to build up. APOC doesn't necessarily get a ton of things that feed my Titan charges, so it's pretty much just parries. Here we're throwing it off, getting our energy vulnerability and our energize, which again, just so much fun playing him at Sig 200. Those buffs last for so long. And Titan mode is still up, so we get both the cowardice and the power drain. So now he's indestructible. I'm just going to wait this out. Try to get into blitz mode. Or Titan mode before I throw this off. So you see me go for a parry, I believe, here. Right now. I'm just going to chill. Throw this off in blitz mode, not Titan mode. Intercept him with it there. Does a good amount of damage even though we're not in Titan because we're in blitz. There I take a combo, just again kind of plain sloppy because it's an off-season war, slash just me in general sometimes play a little sloppy. So not the end of the world though. We've got our energize and our energy vuln up again, and we're just going to go in and slowly get this guy down. He's got 2 power drains, so his power's really in control now. Just need to push to an SP2 in blitz mode and we'll be good to go. Get some armor ups, wait this out, and throw this off in Titan, and he is down. So easy fight, very safe fight. Not the fastest fight in the world, but would be a lot faster with boosts, obviously. Probably would have died in the first special one, or special 2, so. Next up, we've got this Weapon X on the Safeguard Mini. Have an invuln boost expiring, so throw that on, and probably a good thing, because once again we make a little bit of a sloppy mistake here, but it's all good. Gonna go in here, and again, Nimrod is just built to counter mutants like this with constant regens whenever you hit them, so we're gonna get tons of Titan mode charges and just kind of obliterate this guy. So getting into our blitz mode here. Don't have a ton of armors. I probably should have parried at the start, would have made this a little bit faster, but I'm not too worried about it. Trying to block bait a heavy here, do that, counter it, and then throw off this SP1. It's gonna give us again those super long abilities. There you see me eat the combo, but Nimrod's pretty tanky. Even without the indestructible boost we probably would have been just fine. And then throw off this SP2 and that pretty much will finish the job. We just have to bait out special here and then go back in. He's obviously got suicides on, but this match would still be over pretty much in a similar time frame. Super fast. Again, really fun. That was my last fight with Nimrod, and now on to the Sorcerer Supreme fights. I want to practice Sorcerer Supreme and be able to kind of provide that as an option to my battle group. So again, we're just going to try to throw off the slow SP1 here. Kind of jack up the timing right off the get-go. I'm like, holy crap. The start of this fight was not good. Made quite a few mistakes. And I think I basically either eat a special or a giant combo. I'm trying to remember. Or I get parried or something. So just not a great start, but Sorcerer Supreme is really good against this global. So there, I'm going to go for the SP3 with the, I don't know, I just call it the slow mode active. I know it has an actual name, maybe it's Icon's Ingenuity or something. And we're going to get the permanent slow rune, which will make this fight a lot more straightforward. Again, that assumes that you don't do something stupid like eat a special or a combo, so take that with a grain of salt. Here, get the slow up again, get an armor break rolling, get the nullify up, because you can get the Furies nullified off of Juggernaut. And another SP1 here. I think, again, I was trying to keep the nullify aura up, but I think I should just be going for SP2s as much as possible to pause those debuffs, up my damage, pause the slows. And I know at some point here I make a pretty big mistake. And eat. Yeah, there, I get parried. Just laid on a counter for a special. But now my goal is to just, again, keep the slow up, cycle as many special 2s as possible. And hopefully get some regen too off of her regen abilities. There. There I was like, okay, well, I'm done. But you're going to see Sorcerer here make quite a comeback. And again, boosted, I would be in a better spot probably and not have taken quite as big of a chunk of health damage. But again, off-season, not boosted. We're still going to get this fight done, thankfully. But it just shows me that I need to clean things up when we actually get into an in-season war. And yeah, this fight is going to kind of be the same thing from here on out, just me throwing SP2s as much as possible to keep my debuffs up, and I'm going to be trying to throw specials in the healing the blue icon just to get as much regen as I can, because I do want to take on the boss after this with Sorcerer Supreme as well. So, not the best fight, not very clean at all. You see we're already up about 10% though from when we took that big hit. Throwing off another SP1. Yeah, just 2 SP1 happy with this champion. I think I should just be baiting things out and throwing SP2, but it is what it is. Well, there you see me again mess up the timer, but I react thankfully in time to throw off the SP2, get the slow up. So just pretty sloppy, trying to get experience with this champion and make all the mistakes now so that I don't make them in the next season. But again, Sorcerer's just gonna kind of take over this fight and do her thing, trying to get as much regen here as possible, throwing off as many specials in the blue mode as I can, blocking hits and using those regen runes. So again, end the fight at 37% health. Made quite a few mistakes against that Juggernaut, but it's okay. We get the solo, and a solo is a solo, especially in the off season. I just don't really want to use that many items. I do throw a potion into her for the boss, and throw on a little mini boost here just to get a feel for the fight. So again, the game plan is going to be pretty similar to the last one. We're going to throw off the slow, the Blessing of Icon. Yeah, Icon's Ingenuity. I got it right. Okay, cool. I know something about the champion. And then we're going to try to get to an SP3 and get the slow up as well. So again, this is a fight. I think I either get parried or make a similar mistake. I misplay the timer once, take a combo. But that's just lack of focus, not really playing at 100% capacity. But overall, Sorcerer really, really good for this fight. You just have to play around him a little bit while you're waiting for Icon's Ingenuity to come back up and get that permanent slow rune. So here I get it. I'm going to just throw it off, and then we're going to get back into the action. This fight, again, I would say the biggest critique I have of my performance is that I throw way too many SP1s. I could have cycled way more SP2s instead to get higher damage output, so this fight is going to last a while. I also spend a lot of time baiting specials, which if I had the healing rune up, it shouldn't really matter. I can just block full SP2 and be fine, but I kind of just decide to bait out SP1s as much as possible, which I believe does end up making my slow rune fall off a couple times, which is kind of what got me in trouble. But again, at the end of the day, a solo is a solo, so that's our goal in this fight. Here I'm baiting SP1 again. Our slow is paused, so that's not a problem. I'm going to push up. I thought I was at SP2 there, but threw it a tiny fraction of a second too early. That's okay, we're going to nullify some of these armors, get to our SP2, throw it off. And we're just going to try to keep doing that. So here at this point I was cycling pretty well. Here I'm going to go to bait this SP1. For some reason I throw an SP1 here. Again, that's something I know I need to correct for the next time I use Sorcerer. Just try to not throw as many SP1s, like I've mentioned. But, I mean, the fight's going fine, it's just slower when you play that way. So yeah, that's where I misplayed the timer because my slow fell off. It's okay, we're going to throw off this SP3, get back into the action, and get some of that adrenaline healing. And it's not going to end up being the end of the world. This will hit decently hard just because of the runes that we have stored. But yeah, a mistake that I shouldn't be making. Here again, I'm going to be spending time baiting this SP1, which can be a problem because he can make my slow fall off and then get his armor from crossing a threshold of power. So need to play a little bit more carefully with that. You'll see the next one's already falling off, but here I get another SP2. The armor break paused and the slow paused, getting a decent amount of power back from my nullifies. And we're just slowly chipping away. Boosted, this would be faster, and obviously just getting my rotation a little bit cleaner would be faster as well. Getting some Mystic Dispersion back every time one of those temporary armor ups disappears. Going in here for another special. And He's down to 25%. We're healing slowly. And just kind of slowly working our way through this fight. It's very safe. It's not the most flashy or dramatic. There's probably faster. I mean, Herc would probably be faster, but obviously a little bit more risky. Sorcerer's just so safe in this fight because you can block a lot. You can have pretty much a permanent slow up and take care of all of his buffs. So, just a pretty ideal matchup and kind of the safe way to play it. So we're going to throw off this SP2, and this might finish him. And yeah, it does. So that was it for me for this war. 7 fights and a quick off-season war against DSVG. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.